Welcome one and all to day 6 of my Fresh Start series. Grab my 6th and final lifesteal weapon, lifesteal piece, and get 500 energy. 500 energy to burn. Alright, let's go! As always, let's start with the arena. Unfortunately, I don't have an XP boost at present, and I can't get one. So all of my campaign farming is going to take twice as much energy and twice as much effort. Alright, I'm gonna hit the dragon for a little bit for some gear while we've got the 2x speed artifact event on stage 7. Following the dragon farming, I will hit the campaign to continue to level food. Clearing stage 7 of a chapter is not only necessary to do the daily quest when it is that daily quest to kill a campaign boss 3 times, but it's actually a good way of getting better gear than the other stages of that chapter. I have one more boss to 3-star. I'm 2 stars short of a void shard for full completion of normal campaign. Let's give it a shot. Well, that didn't go so well at all, actually. I thought Kael was stronger. I'm going to try it one more time. Nope, no such luck. Oh well, back to farming. I want to give hard campaign a crack. We'll see how chapter 1, stage 1 goes. Well, it's very easy with these 4 champions. However, solo or duo, I don't know how easy it actually will be. Since I just got her, I'd like to very quickly go over Valerie's skill set because she's a very good champion at this stage of the game. The trouble for me at the moment is not having any gear to put on a lot of my champions. So her A1's just a standard thing, attacks an enemy. When you ascend this, it increases the duration of all buffs on all allies. So you're getting a buff extension, which is part of what makes her good. It also increases the duration of debuffs. sorry, decreases the duration of debuffs. So you're getting your buffs extended for a turn, your debuffs decreased. If they've got 1 turn left, boom, they're gone. And it increases your attack. Now it's the low level attack, but it's like a little bonus on top of this almost debuff cleanse, as well as buff extension, which is a really good thing. And she also does a shield. The trouble with her shield is that it's based on her level, so until you get her, I guess, to level 60, 6-star 60, that shield's not going to be a super shield. However, against the Scarab King, possibly it could be really good to have. Unfortunately, it's on a 5-turn cooldown, so by the time you're able to do Scarab King, yeah, you're probably not likely to use Valerie anymore. She's a good starting account champ to have if you can book her a bit. In this one here, to reduce it to a 3-turn cooldown, but I wouldn't rely on the shield terribly much, although with books it increases it by 20%, so it's probably well worth getting books into it if you can spare them, or if you get dupes of her. And it also heals the your allies according to the number of buffs that they have, so she actually has a really good kit for a kind of starter or starting account champ. I also want to quite briefly go over Kael's gear and stats. You're probably wondering why I have 6 lifesteal pieces when it only requires 4 to get the bonus. It's because these are the best pieces I have, just the best pieces in general. So his stats at present, he's got 1,563 attack, so that's 1,500 attack, not bad for a level 50. His speed is 167, which is good enough for this level of the game. Unfortunately, he's lacking accuracy, so he doesn't have any accuracy on any of his gear, which would be a lot better to have. But at this stage of the game, it doesn't hold me back that much. He does land his poisons now and then, or at least often enough. It's basically the raw power from his attacks that I'm relying on a lot at present. So his pieces are just really nice. This has double attack roll and a little bit of speed. This has a speed roll, an attack roll, and a crit rate roll. So that's why his crit rate is at 83%. I didn't note that, but his crit rate is 83%. That's a high crit rate, actually. Then we've got this, speed again, crit rate gloves. I could actually get his crit rate to 100% if I leveled these up to 16, which would probably cost me most of my silver. And a bit of HP doesn't hurt when you're solo farming. Triple speed roll on an attack chest. I think this is a fantastic piece. And then he's got the obligatory speed boots. I could increase his speed by leveling these to level 16 as well, and it would bring it up to these boots up to 30 speed, or is it 35 possibly even on a 4-star. So yeah, Kael's gear and his stats are actually really good for where he's at. If I get better pieces to put into these slots, I'll definitely take the opportunity to do that. As I continue to farm 12-6, I want to very briefly go over, I guess, the efficiency or the economy, basically, of energy versus experience. Now, the key thing for my account, my fresh start account at the moment, is getting as much experience, as much bang for my buck. I'm not so much fussed about getting the most silver, otherwise I would probably do 12-3. What I really am concerned about, or at least what my focus is on, as I weave in killing the dragon to get possible gear drops and farming the campaign with food to get them up, is how much experience you're actually getting for the energy that you're spending. So I'm just going to pop open Excel, and I grabbed these stats from Ayumi Love. There is a slightly incomplete table. You can see here that we go from stage 1 normal all the way through to stage 12-7 Nightmare, which doesn't have the silver amount or the XP amount. There are a few gaps on Nightmare. Everything else is filled in. Now, the cool thing about doing this in a spreadsheet is that I made a calculator. So I can put in the stage and I can compare how much XP per energy. So if I look at normal stage 12-6, I'm getting 1834 experience per energy spent. And I can do 12-6 100% with Kael and chucking food in. If I want to exceed that on hard, let's say if I go as far as, say, chapter 8, which will take me quite a bit to get to, and I don't know if I can even solo chapter 8, I'm not even getting as much experience per energy as on normal 12-6. So even if I can get to chapter 8 and can solo it, which is probably quite hard to solo, I'm not getting as much XP. So it's not worth doing. It's well worth getting there to get the rewards that you get from clearing hard campaign. Absolutely. But in terms of farming food, if I go up a couple of chapters and I say let's say 10-6, because that'll have the highest XP threshold. For some reason it is giving me back a decimal point. Let's just fix that very quickly. Okay. Let's go number and no decimals, please. There we go. 10-6 still does not give you as much experience per energy spent, and it will take longer to do, even if you have an uber champion that can do it. The difference between normal 12-6 and hard 12-6 is only about 100 experience per energy, 150-ish. So you'd have to clear all the way to the end of hard campaign and do 12-6 to make it worthwhile. There's no way I can get to brutal quite yet. It'll be a while before I'm doing brutal. So what I took out of this and these basic calculations, and this is a cool little calculator that I threw together. I thought it was a good way of being able to visualize stuff and work it out. So absolutely what I should be doing is continuing along with 12-6 to level my food, and without my experience bonus or experience boost, it is fairly slow going, especially leveling 3 stars. They're going to take dozens and dozens of clears and lots of energy to get up to level 30, but I need them because poor old Deacon, he's still level 40. Old Deacon Armstrong. Anyway, that's it for day 6. I will hopefully see you on day 7. It'll round out the week. I'll be grabbing Rhonda because it's the end of the Rhonda chase for me. I'll be getting my first legendary champion. See you in day 7.